Babe Ruth hit 714 home runs. In 1927, he hit 60. Now, that doesn't seem like a huge number now, but you have to put it in perspective. The rest of the league hit 54. That's all the other players combined hit 6 less than he did by himself, which is why they paid him $80,000. And when a reporter said, geez, Babe, that's a lot of money. You make more than Calvin Coolidge, the president. He said, I had a better year. But what most people don't know is Babe struck out 1,330 times, which is still a major league record. And one doubleheader, he went 0 for 8. And the reporter said, Babe, are you worried? He goes, nah. He said, I used to be a pitcher. I understand both sides. He said, but I wouldn't want to be pitching against me tomorrow. I'm due. He had 2 dingers the next day, and everybody forgot about the 8 strikeouts. You have to adopt that mindset, that mentality of not being afraid of the long walk back and not being afraid of striking out, because you're going to. You're considered a star in the major leagues if you hit successfully one time out of 3. And finally, go the extra mile. It's lonely on the extra mile. Nobody goes the extra mile. Do more than people expect. I have one firm, fast rule I never deviate from. I'm flexible. And here's what I mean by going the extra mile. So on airplanes, I give books away pretty much every time I fly. If I meet somebody who seems really nice to me, positive attitude, enthusiastic, kind, an extra mile guy or gal. So I struck up a conversation with a woman. We were standing in the Delta, the gate area, waiting to get on, and I'm in the first class section because I'm diamond on Delta now, so it's kind of nice to get upgrades. Flying Alaska tonight, though. I don't know where I'll end up. Yeah, one time on Alaska, I ended up way back in the middle seat, against the bathroom. And I said to the flight attendant, the only reason someone would want to sit here is if they had diarrhea or wanted to meet somebody who did. She goes, gross. I go, right? I said, I'm 6'7". Is there anything that can be done? So I got a bulkhead seat. It was really nice of her. They're nice on Alaska. So I meet this woman, Kathy, and we start talking. And I said, what I was struck by was the fact she was 6'1", and she had this shock of gray hair that was magnificent. And she was immaculately dressed, and I thought, well, here's a woman who's a professional. And she's proud of the fact that she has gray hair, and I love that. I think that's beautiful. And I said to her, you're striking. I said, what do you do for a living? She goes, I'm a speaker. And she went like that. I said, I am too. I said, how long have you been doing that? She goes, a while. So I ended up giving her Freedom from Fat, my new book. I was excited. I gave it to her. Halfway to where I was going, she came back from her seat to mine, and she gave me this note. Now, the note is almost illegible. I couldn't read it, so I typed it up, so I'm just going to read it to you because it's a real thing. Mark, while I'm not prone to being overly spiritual or even believing that things happen for a reason, I have to believe us meeting by chance at the airport and you giving me a copy of your new book were somehow meant to be. It's just what I needed now as my brother fights for his life. Thank you for your kindness and wisdom. Life is short, and as you wrote, the best is yet to come. Your book is inspirational and transformative. Thank you seems hardly enough, but thank you, Kathy. And you can make a difference in people's lives by giving them a book at just the right time. I've been giving books away for 30 years, and it's changed my life, and it'll change yours. I was in